As a grown man, you have to be willing to try new things. There's this question that's been on my mind for a little bit. Would you rather sit on a cake and eat a or sit on a and eat a cake? I should mention that I am a straight man. I'm also very charming, handsome, sexy, and astonishing. As a straight man, being asked this question sucks. This question is life ruining, okay? This is not a question you would want to be asked if you were running for president, right? Because if you're running for, well, I guess if you're running for president, nobody's going to ask you that question. If you were at a job interview, right, and the interview comes up to you and says,
would you rather sit on a and eat cake, or sit on cake and eat dick?
That seems like a hard question, right? Because you don't want to take dick up the ass, right? But you also don't want to suck. You know what I'm saying? This question is really only valid for straight men, because if you are a gay man, chances are that question is going to make you ecstatic. I used to struggle with this question. I'm one of those people that, you know, I take things very seriously, and you know, you would think, you know, this question, oh, it's like, oh, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get to the bottom of this once and for all. So hear me out. When it comes to terms of putting a level of enjoyment, right? There's really almost no level of enjoyment for this question. There is almost no enjoyment in any predicament. You get a dick in some hole. If you, and hear me out, if you sit on cake and eat a dick, you get nothing out of that. You have to go home and shower and wash cake off your ass, which, to be fair, in either situation, you should probably go home and shower and deep scrub yourself. You get almost no enjoyment out of that whatsoever. You get nothing out of that. If you sat on a dick, you at the very least get to eat some cake. You at least get something out of that. Now listen, hear me out. I don't want to sit on a dick. That's gayer. You hear me? At least you can eat some cake while you're doing that. So we're almost crossing a border of, are you willing to do something more gay to at the very least get something out of this shitty situation? And you're probably wondering, oh, thank God it's never going to happen. You don't know that, right? Imagine you see me, a sexy, charming, astonishing young man, come up to you with a gun, and then I had kidnapped you, and I had put y'all in Aiden Ross's warehouse live on Kick for millions of people to see. Y'all are at a table, right? I take off your blindfold. Across from you is Terry Crews, butt-ass naked. I'm talking Terry Crews is butt-ass naked, and he's sitting there. There is a chair to the left of you with cake on it. There's a chair to the right of you with Terry Crews's thing. Which chair are you sitting on? Either way, this question sucks. If you sit on the cake, you gotta give Terry Crews fellatio. And afterwards, you get nothing. You have officially been degraded. You have been used. You have been, it's unfathomable. There is no words to describe what you have just gone through. But if you sit on the Terry Crews's chair, if you sit on Terry Crews's staff, at the very least, because you're getting there is no shred of human left in you after this. There is no you are being treated like an animal at that point. There is nothing whatsoever that is good about this at all. You have officially been degraded. You are bottom of the barrel degraded. At the very least, you get to eat a piece of vanilla chocolate swirl ice cream cookie dough cake. At the very least. Do you want to go in there and walk away with nothing, or apply pressure like a real G and walk out of there with something? You know, goes to show. And I think that's a very valid question, and it could happen to anybody. You never know. You could get kidnapped and someone's like, yo, get in the van. And then you get in the van and it's Terry Crews and a piece of cake on the chairs next to you. And you know, you never know. Just some food for thought. You know, just thought I'd talk about that. So if you like these videos, subscribe, follow me on all the social medias, and yeah. Even though I felt ever since I caught you all that